Alright, here we go. And we don't have the line anymore. I think we may have ended the last one.
All of its co-workers were gone. What
may have made a goof.
Stanley decided to go to the
I'm not
meeting
sure.
room. Perhaps he had simply
But,
missed a memo.
yeah, I may have goofed. Did a pause, and maybe I shouldn't have done a pause. And it turns out I hadn't been recording for as long as I thought I had been recording.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Or
on
actually
his
can go to
left.
the door on his left. Or on my left. Or on the left. Too bad I forgot about that tree. That sucks.
Yet there was not a
Tips for
single
not
person
getting
here
fired.
either.
Talk less. Do
Feeling a wave
unbelievably
of
amazing work
disbelief,
all the time, every
Stanley
day, with no
decided to go up
exceptions.
to his
No
boss's
expecta-
office, hoping he might find an
Let
answer
it
there.
all up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you, and keep going. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You most of all. It's funny because like they're all just different textured forms of each other. Is that it? Number of slides in this slide. Charts, slides, charts and slides. Oh, so it's mostly charts. It's a little bit of charts and slides.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all.
Which chart?
He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
The boss appreciates minutes. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out, triplicate, and return to your boss appreciation specialist. Solving, that's a lot. You just composite and read it. And when it changes, we'll be leaving. Okay, here we go. So all that was good fun, I'm sure. I didn't actually get to read that last one, but that's actually
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, downstairs to boss's office. Downstairs to boss appreciation specialist.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired.
That's kind of risky.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that
Makes
risk?
sense.
All because he believed everyone had
It's silly, right?
His boss would think he was crazy.
I think I'm crazy.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
We've been here before.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked
We've been
down?
here before.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
All right, 5 episodes in, we're already
these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Possibly.
No, Stanley said to himself. This is all too strange. This can't be real.
It's a T and 2 O's, by the way, internet.
He
You
just
silly.
found the words for it.
Stupid.
I'm dreaming!
Yes.
He yelled. This is all a
Must
dream.
Be. That's not my car.
Oh, what a relief
I don't drive
Stanley
that
felt
car like that.
to have finally found
It's
an
at least
answer,
a little
an
bit better.
explanation. His co-workers
A
were
lot, a little
actually
bit better.
gone.
It's
He wasn't
rounder.
going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still
If it's
lucid.
possible.
So, he imagined
Maybe
himself
11, 12.
flying and began to
Is this a
gently
parking
float above
spot?
the
Because I
ground.
don't really know how you get your
Then
car.
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared.
God.
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not
kind of
woken
wish
up.
I was able to do
How
this.
was he
Kind of
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Philip.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly
Is that like Inception?
strange. I'm
Is this
dreaming
Inception?
about a voice
No, that's a
describing
dream
me,
within a dream.
thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd,
3
and wondered
levels.
if
No,
this
wait,
voice
is it a
spoke
dream
to
within
all
a dream
people
within
in
a
their
dream?
dreams, the truth was that, of course,
I just recently watched that
this was not a
movie,
dream.
and
How could it be?
yeah,
Was
not a
Stanley
fan.
simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep,
I'm not
he
going to
doesn't
give
have
a
to take
detailed
responsibility
opinion
for himself?
because
Stanley is
not
as
my
awake
job.
right now as he's ever been in his life.
I'm now super awake.
Now hearing
Actually,
the
I'm
voice
feeling kinda
speak
tired.
these words was quite a shock
been a
to
long
Stanley.
day.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this
In
was
fact,
in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Not. I don't
This
remember.
voice was
It's
a
the
part of
one where,
himself too.
happens
Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he
Sorry about
closed
this,
his
guys. I
eyes
kind of wish
gently,
I had.
and he invited himself to
Yeah,
wake
I didn't know I went that way. I
He
forgot I
felt
went
the
downstairs
cool weight of the
already.
blanket on
I knew
his skin,
upstairs we already went.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
To be a Dover.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the
Playing
buttons.
with buttons.
Please. It's all I want.
That's all I need.
I want my apartment.
I want my condo.
And my wife.
And my cousin.
And my job.
And my day job.
All I want is my life exactly the way
It's kind of funny. I'm watching
my life
I've got
is
Walking
normal.
Dead on next to me because it comes on in like 10 minutes.
Everything
And I'm
will
watching
be
last
fine.
week's episode. Look at him killing those zombies.
Okay.
One after another. Just hits it with that claw hammer. Damn it.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is
Stanley Cooper.
I have a boss. I have an office. I am
made that
real.
up.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
There's a bearded man in a ball cap.
To go call
I think he's
for
on
an
a cell
ambulance and
phone,
for
ceiling
just a
fan.
few
It says
brief
Shazam
moments,
now
she
for free
considered the
Wood Kid
strange
download.
man.
I think
He
he's
was
probably playing some
obviously
copyrighted
crazy.
music.
This much she knew.
Now he's just like
Everyone knows
dancing
what crazy
or
people
something.
look
Now
like.
he's holding
And
his
in that
hand
moment,
out.
she thought to herself how
He's got a
lucky she
tattoo.
was to be
It's
normal.
now Heisenberg.
I am
think.
sane. I am
And,
in control of my
There's a bunch
mind.
of like people sort of
I
dancing
know
with
what is
drinks. I
real
think they're all drunk.
and what isn't.
Absolute.
It was
is what it
comforting
says.
to think this,
And
in a
Carrie
certain
commercial.
way,
It's now
seeing
playing.
this man made her feel better.
Then there's a bunch of name of
Then
review
she remembered the
companies,
meeting she
happy
had
critics.
scheduled for that day.
It's scary.
The
It's
very
intense.
important people whose impressions of her
explosion
would affect
happened,
her career,
and car
and
was
by
flying.
extension, the rest of
And
her
again, now
life.
playing. So did I.
She had no time for this.
Angela,
so it was only
this
a
is a
moment
Chantix
that she
commercial.
stood there,
Don't smoke,
staring
kids.
down at the
It's not
body.
good for you.
And then she turned and
causes
ran.
the cancer. Yep, it reduces the urge to smoke. You can smoke the first week of taking Chantix. I think it's kind of bad that to promote their anti-smoking product, their main things like you can smoke. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully we don't choose the same path that we already have. The possibilities are, well, it's likely, but hopefully I won't next time. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.